Hello and welcome to the 2014 Osseo Lions Roar Parade. I am Ann Gallagher, joined again with Steve Tessman. This is probably one of my favorite days of the year, and you couldn't ask for more picture-perfect weather. Steve, so great to be with you.
That's right.
And we were just talking a little bit before about how this parade, there's just kind of something magical about it, and every year it just seems to be getting bigger and better. And Steve, you have been a part of this from the very beginning. This is the 38th Lions Roar, and I was asking you, what was the first one like? And you said, I mean, it was certainly smaller than this.
But it was big in size for our very first one. And Osseo Lions are also celebrating their 70th year of a Lions Club. So we're 70 years old this year, and our 38th Roar.
And the great thing is, I know Osseo's Lions group, you've got very, very loyal membership. I mean, the Lions in general, you know, they're all about loyalty and service. But I know, you know, there have been many, many longtime members. And am I correct in that you have perfect attendance?
Perfect attendance.
I remember this from last year, and so I'm
like,
assuming it's still
like 48 years.
That's just unbelievable.
I didn't think I was that old.
Oh my goodness, no. As you can see, we are getting this wonderful parade up and running already. And we heard the sirens, and we see sort of all of the traditional lineup, again, that makes this parade really what it is. And we have got our Osseo Maple Grove Post 172 American Legion. Steve, I know you see many, many familiar faces at this parade.
Oh, yes. Backing up to the Osseo Police that just went by, they have 4 full-time officers, 10 part-time officers, an administrative assistant, and a chief of police. The full-time officers are responsible for the day-to-day patrolling as well as other duties, such as crime prevention, a crime prevention officer, a property room officer, and maintaining the department's vehicle fleet. Part-time officers fill in during open shifts. I don't know if that's when they're getting their donuts or... No. During special events.
Well, there's plenty of great places to do so around here, that's for sure.
Sure is.
We'll be highlighting some of these businesses throughout the day and throughout the parade. They will be making themselves known.
Our current chief of police is Tom Harkup. He just went by. He was riding in the passenger side. He's a good friend of mine.
And he was waving, and already, just like everybody, it's always so fun to be in the parade and to have that moment where you get the full scope of it. And we hear coming the Osseo Masonic Pipe Band. We'll take a listen to them.
If you folks are lucky, once in a while the bagpipers will stop in at one of the local watering holes after the parade, probably Billy's Bar, and they'll play a little bit for you over there also.
Oh, awesome. And you know, you make a good point. This is sort of just the beginning of a lot of fun yet today here at Lions Roar.
That's for sure.
We'll get into that a little bit later, too, as far as what else is going on here today.
We have the American Legion Riders that just are rolling past now.
Coming up a bit later on this afternoon, the GameCube Free Ticket Weekend. For all the scoop on all the upcoming GameCube concerts, visit our Lions website.
Boy, they're quite a group.
They sure are.
A large group. My God, that is something.
bigger group than I ever remember them being in the past.
That's right, and they were voted the Walker, Minnesota most patriotic.
There is nothing quite like that sound. Oh my goodness. It's a good thing.
They do make them quiet too. I was gassing up at a gas station in Cambridge
Oh, yeah?
yesterday. Here's this fancy Harley. He pulled out on the street, you couldn't even hear him. They do have mufflers.
Interesting. I suppose it's, they're going to make whatever it is the customer wants.
That's right.
And of course, we got the veterans of foreign wars, Maple Grove and Osseo, VFW Post 11543. Out enjoying this parade. Again, Steve, I remember last year it was very windy. The year before it was very hot.
That's right.
This year, it's just right.
We have been so lucky over 38 years. Most years are like this. Maybe
Yeah.
a little cool, but sunny. We've been very lucky.
Definitely. And we can see a vintage fire truck. Again, this is one of the fun parts about the parade is all the cars. If you're a car fan, this is the place to be.
And there's the Finos driving the truck. Old number 1.
That is a 1929 car. Oh my goodness. We're getting showered with candy here.
Just what I need.
We got lots of bubble gum. And of course the kids love it when they hear the sirens.
Oh, certainly. Look at the rescue rig they have now. This fancy equipment that's always kept shiny is bought with pull tab proceeds. There's no money taken from the residents of Osseo. It's a good thing we have a few gamblers.
Well, it's always kind of fun sometimes to pool the resources and get a
That's
big
right.
bunch of them and just.
And look at this number 11 here. My gosh. Beautiful trucks.
And it really does make you think about, all of the equipment on these trucks. And again, just the latest and greatest when you compare it to the one from 1929. You're going to go, whoa, that's amazing.
They're walking with the boot for multiple dystrophy. And they're trying to fill lots of boots with cash for MD.
Awesome. Great idea. Yeah, let's get the word out. You see people walking down the parade with a boot and they're just asking to fill it. And again, you get a lot of people giving a little bit of money, and boy, does that ever add up.
That's right. We have a boot at our beer garden also, and the tips go for MD.
Right. And that's something to keep your eyes open for today then.
Yes. Brooklyn Park ladder truck. What a fancy rig. I don't.
And of course, we've got the sheriff as well representing Hennepin County.
There's more than
Rich
1 million
Stanek.
residents. There's Rick Stanek.
Go Osseo, yeah. Thanks for having us. Nice to see you.
We
Yeah.
interviewed him just a couple of weeks ago for if there's a kind of a pertinent issue. He is a spokesperson, and we'll interview him every once in a while. But he is out. Rich Stanek, Sheriff Rich Stanek. And
He's the sheriff's office serves more than 1 million residents across Hennepin County, which includes the county seat in Minneapolis. Sheriff's office headquarters are downtown Minneapolis. Most of the sheriff's office duties, from managing the county jail and securing the district court, are mandated by state law. Other initiatives, from undercover narcotics investigations to homeland security activities are initiatives the sheriff's office engages in to keep and preserve the peace of the county.
And we've got the Osseo Lions Roar.
Grand Marshal
Marshal.
Diane Knock.
And she is on a very cool car. I'm going to guess it's maybe late 60s.
Sure. Osseo Lions Clubs is honored to have our very own 5M5 District Governor, Diane Knox, serving as the Grand Marshal of our 2013 Osseo Lions Roar Parade.
And her father was a member of the Brooklyn Parks Lions Club since 1965. So again, you see these lineages of
There's our president
I was just
going
gonna
by.
say- I was mid-sentence and I wanted to say hello to Bruce Newman,
Yes.
who is the president, and we've talked to him about a lot of things, you know, that the Osseo Lions Club is doing in terms of some park improvements. They're doing that cool new shelter at Site Park, and I mean, the list goes on and on.
With him is Sandy Danks, also Lion of the Year. She just works for our Lions, and this is
I gotta say, Wally the Lion is looking better every year.
this is Bruce's second year as president, so he must have been very good because we brought him in again. So
I think
here's Wally the Lion.
Wally the Lion's got some sparkle going on.
Oh my
Did he get a
gosh.
little makeover?
Yes.
He is. I am just loving the bling on him. Yeah, he definitely. He got a little spiffed up, but he's raring to go. Now, this is kind of the only time when we kind of get to see Wally, right? I mean, he goes to some other
He does go to
parades.
some other parades. We used to go to, I know, the Raspberry Parade, and we used to go to Robbinsdale Whiz Bang. It all depends if we have a driver.
I was going to say, he's doing a lot of flip-flops and fun stuff.
There's our boss.
People, these are great people we've got going. Shannon Slatton, who is our longtime reporter with Channel 12. So fun to be a part of these parades, and of course to see these great familiar faces. And we just love being a part of them. And of course, Channel 12 is a proud media sponsor of the Osseo Lions Roar. We are your local source for news, sports, and special events like today's parade. And of course, you can always go to our website, which is 12.tv. Watch us live or watch some of our archived shows. It's just, you're going to get the whole breadth of information of who we are and what you can see either on TV or online.
After the parade, there's free ice cream. There's a new kids' corral, activities including a petting zoo, face painting, and more. Enjoy the classic car show being hosted right here on Central Avenue. We also expanded carnival and free musical entertainment. Poppy for mayor.
Osseo's
There you go. He helped me sell beer last night.
Yes, and Osseo Mayor Dwayne Poppy, again, we interview him a lot. He gives us a lot of updates on our Mayor's Minutes segment and on our various video elements of all the things that are going on. He's a great spokesperson for the city.
He's a wonderful man.
And we're seeing a lot of these now these days. This was kind of the first official week of school.
Sure.
For a lot of students, and so a lot of things to kind of remember when it comes to bus safety, and both from the students' perspective and from drivers and walkers and everything. So always kind of a fun time, this beginning of the school year was always kind of an exciting time.
I drove a school bus for many years.
Interesting. I'm sure you've got some fun stories.
Back then, you could do a little disciplining that you can't dare do now.
Yep. Yep.
And get by with it.
Well, I'm sure you were a great bus driver.
Lion's roar is the one for me. Osseo, Orioles, Osseo, Orioles. Orange, black, marching down the street and losing the crowd. Fall out.
You're kind of in camouflage this year. You could hardly see them. Even an electric guitar at the end with an amplifier in the little trailer.
That's so cool. And of course, this is the senior high marching band. They're kind of doing what looks like an homage to the 40s or World War II, and I love it. It's always so fun to see the creativity every year and the different themes and the different costumes. It's just, it amazes me just the creativity there and with just how everything, comes together. I mean, the marching band, it's, they work year round.
Sure.
And during the summer, and it's a big commitment. And so, to see them really shine and see all that work kind of come to its big fruition here is just so much fun. And again, we've got the World Taekwondo Academy also joining us another year here at Osseo Lions Roar. These guys work hard too and are going to give us a little demonstration of what they've learned.
They're owned by Barry Shipley, and he is a great supporter of the Osseo Lions Roar Parade. Boy, look at that.
And a great discipline. Again, the World Taekwondo Academy, it looks, obviously they offer opportunities for kids of all ages and levels, and
they've been around for many, many, many years.
They have, yes.
Now there's Brooklyn Center Lions Club truck.
And of course, they've been active since 1955. And it's nice to see the other cities' Lions clubs come out because you oftentimes do work together, right?
Oh, do we ever. Do we ever. We have a couple of conventions every year where we all get together also.
Well, and even for your fundraising efforts, a lot of times you're pooling resources for that, so that is great. And it looks like we've got some cheerleaders performing as well. Osseo High School cheerleaders. Talk about balance. Boy, it's amazing. And looks like we've got the senior high football team. And it looks like they're pretty excited about being here and passing out candy. And
John Deere B is pulling that float. And that was one of my dad's first cultivating tractors. He bought a used Alice Chalmers B. So,
lots of excitement again.
Charlie Sweet Corn. That's Charlie Fishbach. Been selling sweet corn for many, many, many years.
It's good stuff. And more cheering. Again, now with fall football, a lot of the big fans are excited about that too. It's a lot of fun. And of course, hockey is representing as well. This is the varsity hockey team. So everybody's kind of getting back into the routine of school and practice and all that stuff. Probably homework too and tests. And speaking of which, you've got a fun high school reunion coming up tonight.
Our 55th reunion.
Oh, which is so great. I mean, you kind of couldn't ask for a better day, right?
That's right. Also, I was going to announce. What's that? What do you need? Coming up in September, speaking of reunions,
yes,
they have a, on the 17th of September, that's a Wednesday at 11 o'clock at Edinburgh. It's kind of like an all-class reunion. People show up at 11 from any class and just sit around and converse and have a bite to eat. That's the 17th of September at Edinburgh at 11 o'clock.
You know, I was thinking, I bet you it would be so entertaining to be at your reunion tonight because I'm sure there are some just great stories.
I think I'm going to sing a song, too.
We need to get the camera there is what we need. Because I think that would make for some really good viewing.
I told my committee I was going to sing a song. They wanted to know what it was, and I won't tell them.
I was going to say, will you at least give a little sneak preview? You're really going to sing a song. I love it.
Sure.
But and the great thing is you know, you said there was a pretty good turnout because it's going to be your class and then the class
after us. Yes.
Okay.
For which I knew a lot of the people.
Exactly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because you had, you know, again, you graduated from Osseo, and the class sizes were pretty small. You said about 100 in your class.
Yeah.
So that's not a bad turnout. And it looks like we've got the Maple Grove Radio Club providing public service, communication support, and you can find out more about them at KOLTC.org.
That's right.
But again, this is, you know, the parade. Another great thing is really the chance for all of these clubs to come out. And for people who didn't maybe know that there was a radio club, this is a great chance for them to generate that interest. And again, be sure to check us out at 12.tv. And just another quick note, too, this parade is going to be rebroadcast tomorrow, which is September 7th at 7 in the morning and 10 at night. So just a little note, if you would like to, you know, for those who are here, you know, some people have been asking about it. They're interested in knowing when they can rewatch it. So that's the deal. Got a lot of excited kids here today. Yes. So
Cub Scouts pack. Cub Scout pack 211 went past. No, they're going past now. Look at that float. My goodness.
that is super cool. Rocket into Scouting. And it says at your local elementary school, September 18th. And there's a website, again, you can check it out. It's called rocketintoscouting.org.
I was in Boy Scouts from about when I was 11 until I joined the Explorer Scouts, I think at 15, and we just had a ball.
Isn't that great? Yeah,
We
those
even took-
memories.
Even took a trip to Yellowstone Park.
Very cool. Yeah, you just don't forget those great memories of being a part of those groups.
No, you don't.
And these guys are familiar here at the Osseo Lions Roar.
Bowie's Lucky Dance Team. They just appeared at the Minnesota State Fair. They have won Best Dance in recent Roar Awards.
And yep, like you said, they were recently at the Minnesota State Fair. And we see them at our various parades. It's always so much fun to see them perform. And we had talked about the Cub Scouts. You know, there's a lot of different packs that are going to be represented here. And this is another one. This is pack 334. So that's kind of cool. Then you kind of went from the Cub Scouts.
No,
and-
the Boy Scouts, and then I don't think they had Cub Scouts around here when I was a little boy.
Oh, okay.
But the Boy Scouts met at Brooklyn Methodist Church.
Yep.
And now, of course, there's a Boy Scout troop in Osseo that the Lions support.
Very good. And it kind of makes sense then. You'd parlay that experience into the Lions.
Sure, that's right.
So that whole spirit of service continues. And we see here Osseo Yellow Tree Theater, and this is just a great local theater company. I've seen several productions there, and it's where good stories live, and it really is the truth. They bring some really great stories to life, and I know that they've got on their website the 2014 and 15 season of their upcoming shows. They generally have a really great variety, comedy, drama. You know, they have really, it's kind of something for everybody. So yeah, check out the Yellow Tree Theater. Again, I've seen a couple shows there, and they've just always been excellent.
And the joke about the Yellow Tree Theater, we attend, the Lions attend a show there, and the big joke is it's right by Peter Sipes filling station. And Pete's a member here of the Osseo Lions, so we never forget where they're located, right by Pete's gas station.
That's the truth, and it really is a great location, and the space that they use is amazing. And you know, they really, really create that great intimate theater in that space, and they just use it so well.
I'm going to take just a moment here and urge you people to support the businesses on Main Street. Billy's, formerly Dick's Bar, kitty corner from us. You get wonderful food, wonderful drinks. And going down on that side of the street is a gal that has a dress shop. Her name is Marlene Ludwig. She was on my committee. She'll be at our reunion tonight. And a beauty shop behind it. And there's just great businesses that have moved into Osseo on both sides of the street.
Speaking of great businesses and great food to eat,
Lindy's. Look at that. Oh, I gotta have a sample. Oh, their food is so good. There's Mark up there. Thank you.
and these guys are Steve. You can say a few words about, you know, again, catering and the restaurant. Awesome. And they really came out in full force here today. And of course, the music from their truck is everybody's dancing. I love it.
I've known the owner of that. I knew their dad real well, and mother.
And again, it really just the whole weekend is like a big reunion in a lot of ways.
Mark's folks used to camp with us on when we'd take our trailers camping, and of course he would bring food. Oh man, Chucky. Chuck was his dad's name was Chuck. Is Chuck, and he would bring the most fantastic food.
So that's kind of glamour camping, right?
Is it ever? Oh my gosh.
And you had mentioned too, the fun certainly doesn't end with this parade. There's going to be activities happening really throughout the day and into the night. There's you were saying the free ice cream social following the parade. And then, of course, the carnival with the games and the rides and concessions and all that, too. Yep. And then there was, earlier, the 5K run walk.
Sure. We have 2 bingo sites, actually. They're going to have some bingo under the bank drive up. And also, it's over at the senior center at City Hall. They are playing bingo today, so you've got your choice.
And of course, they've got some prizes with the bingo, cash prizes and whatnot. And it looks like we've got the M&M Automotive group here being represented as well. And again, a great opportunity for these local businesses to shine. And there's also a Art in the Park and Sidewalk sale.
Going on, yes.
Which is great. A lot of good deals. I remember last year walking away with a few treasures. And then, of course, there's the book sale, too, at the Hennepin County Library. So that's something to check out, too.
Mentioning a couple more businesses in Osseo at the down kitty corner from Memorial Park, or the park on Main Street, is Duffy's Bar, and I urge you to stop in there and buy a pull tab. That's a pull tab operation by the Osseo Lions. So everything made there kind of stays in the Osseo area. So
excellent, and like you had said, you can really kind of see where some of those dollars go, and that's got to be rewarding too.
That's right, yes. We make a lot of money there. I think it's in the neighborhood of we give away about $70,000 a year. After paying lots of wages, a lot of people make good money working for us, and so it's just been a wonderful deal or whatever that goes on in Osseo, and the same way at Dick's Bar, Billy's Bar, that the pull tab operation is run by the fire department. And at the Legion, they have a pull tab operation, and they support many, many good things with the proceeds they make off of that. So only gamble what you can afford to lose.
This is true.
Whether you're going to Hinkley or Grand Casino or buying pull tabs. Oh, look at the pretty Freedom Pup.
And I know, kind of going along with that, the whole Lions philosophy is we serve.
We serve.
That's really what keeps you guys going, and gals. It really is. And what are some of the, I know sight is a big one.
Hearing.
Yep.
Leader dog. We'll get anybody that needs a seeing eye dog absolutely free. It doesn't cost the recipient anything. We pay for the airfare for the Yay, Johnson for governor. How about that? And we pay for the less sighted person. We pay for their airfare. We give them some cash while they're learning to control the seeing eye dog. And we pay for their fare back. So it's the Lions of Cadillac, Michigan do all that training and it costs us nothing but the airfare for the recipient. So that's another wonderful organization. We're now giving, and I'm at a loss, but we're providing shots. Is it measles or something? Anyhow, for like $4 a piece.
Okay.
We're picking up the difference on that, and that's all over the state. So we do a lot of good things.
Well, and that's just what's amazing is really the variety of people that you or causes that you really are so plugged into. And
Oh
involved
gosh,
in.
yes. We have no problem getting rid of our money.
Yeah, definitely.
Plus,
But,
what we make at Roar Days is all spent around town. We can't keep any of that for ourselves. So.
Definitely, and that's the thing. It's primarily the community, but it really again is you guys are doing things all over the world. So I mean, that is for anybody that would be interested in getting involved in the Lions.
There's the Osseo Gun Club.
And
Osseo's getting an indoor gun range. The building is being built right now, right behind, right across from City Hall. More revenue, the more business we can get in Osseo, the better off we are. So.
Yep, and there's certainly, again with the new apartments open, that's really going to bring
Have you
lot more residents,
seen them
yeah.
north of City Hall, how they're building that whole block being full?
It really
Harold
is great.
Johnson, my accountant for almost 50 years.
And he's a fellow Lion, is he?
Yes. He might be a retired Lion now, but he was very active in the Osseo Lions Club years back. Johnson and Geary, he founded that accounting firm along with Vic Geary many, many years ago. And they're still doing my taxes.
And that is key. If you can find a good person to do those taxes.
Oh
my
man,
goodness.
yes, his firm is, I'm trying to think of the gal that doesn't mind. I think her name is Marlene, but she just does a fantastic job.
And of course the Maple Tavern, another great business
Yes.
where kids eat free. You've got that banner that is advertising that, and they're a neighborhood restaurant and bar. You can kick back and enjoy a fun, relaxing atmosphere, and a calendar full of events too that will keep you coming back time after time. They've also got a full-service banquet facility, so something to keep in mind there.
Yes.
That is again the Maple Tavern.
When I had my oil company, Testament Oil Company, from 65 until 85, when I started the oil company, there was one place in Maple Grove, and that was
Is it the Lookout?
the Lookout Supper Club.
Wow.
Bob and Vivian Canan ran that, and it was just always been a good place to go.
But isn't that just unbelievable? That, that wasn't really that long ago. I
No,
mean,
and
only-
there weren't any houses. There were just farms out there.
Boy, and just, the shopping and the eating out options.
It really blossomed.
Yes.
It really grew in Maple Grove.
And of course here in downtown Osseo as well, you were talking about, talking about that, we're right across the street looking at Dick's Bar now, that's a long time business that has been there. And you mentioned Duffy's as well.
Yes.
But, all these great establishments that have been here for a long time.
And a coffee shop, and there's a new coffee shop down close to Duffy's that has a small bakery.
Maple Taverns representing again. And they're driving a pretty
Pontiac, yes.
That's got to be a muscle car, right?
Oh, is it ever? take a lot of muscle to lift it, too.
It sure does. Party City, I'm sure we've got a lot of, I don't even want to say the holidays yet, but they are getting ready for Halloween.
Sure. And for birthday parties, and it's just a great, great place.
Yeah, they really do. They have a lot of party supplies, you know, of course, along with the costumes, and we're seeing a couple of them right now. This is the Education Minnesota. They're the largest advocate for public education in the state. There's 70,000 members work at all levels from pre-kindergarten through post-secondary at public schools, state residential schools, and college campuses. Education Minnesota, again, 70,000 members.
Then we have Eric Paulson being represented here, another candidate. We always get more people in our parade when it's election year.
This is true. This is sort of their time to come out and shake hands and meet people and be a part of this parade. Again, that's Eric Paulson for Congress.
Boy, I give that gal a lot of credit there. The one with the hat, she's just having a ball walking, representing Eric.
A lot of fun for the kids to be in the parade. And now the Maple Grove Senior High School. We'll give them a listen as well.
Cheerleaders from Maple Grove, Crimson Cheerleaders, 2011 state champions and earned a national qualification.
They've performed in the U.S. and Canada.
The Crimson Band consists of grades from 8 through 12. Prides itself in tradition of providing high-quality music and visual performance. And they've been all over the U.S. and Canada. Osseo Lions Club helped paid for that trailer. Maple Grove Senior High School has a lot of other clubs, the Maple Grove and Lions Club, Plymouth Lions Club. It's just a lot of them.
Again, another avenue that the Lions Club is involved in. It just never ends. And we saw behind them the KinderCare Learning Center. They were following the Maple Grove High School band. And I think we've got the Maple Grove Fire Department. I hear them.
They were first formed. Well, KinderCare is coming now. Their bus and the kids.
There they are. They've been around now for 30 years.
When I was a kid, the Osseo Fire Department covered all of Maple Grove and all of Brooklyn Park.
A lot of territory.
And that was all volunteer. I think in 1957, Mother came tearing out in the field with her brand new Buick, and we were setting up irrigation, and our fire alarm had gone off.
Uh-oh.
And so we called the Osseo Fire Department, and I remember her backing down the the field road,
Oh, my.
doing just a great job as we're heading back to the farmhouse. Here the alarm, it got too hot in the attic, and the alarm went off. So
Oh, my goodness.
there was no fire.
False alarm.
Osseo was there.
They definitely, yep, and still are, but that's good that was a false alarm.
That's right. Yeah.
And now we've got the Zura Cobra flyers.
Oh, look at that. Boy, they're kind of going wild. Man, what? They're just something
Quite
else.
a production.
Getting back to the fire department, they were formed with 20 volunteer firemen. That was quite a while ago when they first formed.
They respond to 123 calls. They responded to 123 calls during the first year.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Oh, I've never seen anything like that. My goodness. Woo. They're going to be the talk of the parade.
I know. Talk about burn rubber. Whoa.
That's the Zura Shriners. That is a new unit. I've never seen them. They are quite the team. That is something. My gosh. I'm very proud to be a Shriner.
Now, have you ever ridden in one of those?
No, that's the first I've seen them. They're fantastic.
You know, it's almost like a choreographed dance they're doing.
Oh, it is. The crowd is just going wild over
They
them.
are.
They used to have the little helicopters that they drove.
Right, I do remember those. Yeah.
Now they call it it is the Cobra Flyers. Here comes my good buddy, Donnie Quiche, driving his truck here. I don't know. She came with the package. Donnie will be at my reunion tonight. Boy, he's got some equipment that's coming, following him too. Just a hobby. He started refinishing those things and just...
I mean, that is amazing. Those got to be, turn of the century cars.
Oh, yes, yes.
So he refinished. So, and you said this is kind of a new hobby for him?
No, he's been at it many, many years.
Wow. I mean, yeah, that is very impressive. I bet his knowledge of those.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, man.
Many, many hours out in the barn.
Yep.
Refinishing, rebuilding the whole lineup that's coming down the road now.
Yep. It always creates a big sensation when you see those old cars.
Donnie was the Skelly oil distributor for many years, as I was the Gulf oil distributor. But we were good competition. He ended up with my company when I decided to sell.
Okay. Again, it's just such a great visual of kind of the way things used to be.
We're still hearing the Flyers squeal.
Yes, we are. In case you're wondering, that is what that is. Like I said, they are burning rubber. And we've got the Maple Grove Ambassadors. Their float is based on Dare to Dream. And I think we had talked about this. It, depicts the rapid growth of the area.
That's right.
That's for sure.
Joining us today are the ambassadors Catherine Fox and Ellen Gravinsky, inspired by the theme Dare to Dream. Their float depicts a scene from the growing community of Maple Grove, adorned with vibrant flowers, a fanciful treehouse, graceful waterfall, and wooden bridge. The float symbolizes a flourishing community which provides a natural place for many families and businesses to call home.
And they've even got bubbles on their float.
That's right. Maple Grove is home of the reputable Boston Scientific, the North Memorial Fairview Medical Center, the shops and fountains of Art Lakes, and many wonderful restaurants. Maple Grove truly has something to offer to everyone. On behalf of Maple Grove and its ambassadors, we welcome you to visit our community and share in the magic and power of a dream.
Definitely very cool float, and again, you gotta love the bubbles.
Oh my gosh, yes. Reminds me of Lawrence Welk. And the one and the two.
Yes, I remember. I totally remember. And again, we had mentioned, of course, the rest of the day's activities. There's going to be plenty going on here throughout the day. Bands tonight. Of course, you got your school reunion tonight.
Yes.
Lots to be excited about. And of course, it doesn't surprise me that you were kind of one of the main organizers.
Oh, Brazil!
A lot of work, right?
A lot of work. I'll be glad when it's finished.
I was gonna
I
say-
believe they brought the bean bag toss back. I think they did.
That is fun. Those are the kind of games I'm all about. And we've got Cross, of course, a very active organization in the community.
Oop,
They,
I'm in the wrong district. David Holden.
in Cross, another organization, again, they're always looking for volunteers. You could go to crossservice.org for more information, find them online, and find out ways you can get involved.
These are all names I don't recognize because I live up in Chisago County. So we have different politicians up there. So. But I'm sure they're all good.
And you certainly are active in the Osseo community, so we're all lucky for that.
That's right.
So hopefully now is just the fun part as far as the organization.
That's
It's
right.
one of those now you can kind of say, okay, done everything we could do, and now it's just time to have fun.
Hand out the checks. Oh, look at the puppy.
So
Oh my
cute.
gosh. It's so easy to get attached to a puppy.
Isn't that the truth? Oh my
We had one
goodness.
for 3.5 years and a miniature dachshund. We just loved her. And then she got a disease that humans get,
Yeah.
started manufacturing too many red blood cells. So last January 16th, we had to put her to sleep. We miss her,
Yeah, I mean,
and we'll get another one.
well, they do become like members of the family.
Oh gosh, yes. She ran our family. Scarlett was her name.
That's hilarious. So was she a bit of a diva?
Oh my gosh, was she ever? Weighed about 10 pounds, I think. Just a sweetheart.
And she probably knew she ruled the roost.
Oh, did she ever?
I mean, they're
Yes.
smart.
Yes. Never
Yeah.
left her alone.
Oh,
She was either with the car with me or with Nadine, or somebody was with her, or we'd hire a sitter.
that's great. I love it. And now we've got the Osseo Legion. They are a very popular place. That's actually where you're having your reunion, right?
Yes. They're great to work with.
And they've got their steak and fish fry coming up September 12th. Something to keep in mind. 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. And again, that is the Osseo Legion, very popular place. Lots of good things happening there.
Oh, they are busy over there too. Hall to rent.
That's right. Yep, definitely.
They have a full kitchen. Look at
Looks like Halloween is really a lot of people dressed up in some great costumes.
Oh, and they're so cute with their makeup on.
Oh my gosh, yes. Again, the creativity is just amazing. That was actually the Three Rivers Skating Club. Three Rivers Skating Club, they're a nonprofit organization. They've served the Twin Cities northwest suburbs for over 24 years in furthering the sport of figure skating. It's the mission to provide the necessary training programs and facilities to enable skaters to achieve their personal goals, encourage participation, and give guidance in the sport of figure skating. Just a reminder, too, to check out our website, 12.tv. You can rewatch this parade tomorrow, which is Sunday, September 7th, from 7 a.m. Once at 7 a.m. and then once at 10 p.m. So again, if you'd like to rewatch and relive this parade, you can do so Sunday, September 7th. Either at 7 in the morning or at 10 p.m. And I'm seeing the Aqua Jesters. That's another great familiar sight here at the parades. They've been going strong for 67 years, the Minneapolis Aqua Jesters. And of course, they're always looking for new members to bring laughter and joy. It's a volunteer club. And
they're a good group. Very good group.
Yeah, they've been a part of this parade for a long time.
With their clown cars. It's all volunteer. The members learn how to do their own clown makeup.
And you gotta love those little cars.
57 Chevrolet convertibles.
I love it. And they got some great purple hair going on there too.
Yes.
More fun with the Minneapolis Aqua Jesters.
Here we've got Sunman Paving with Mark Sunman driving his truck. He is a great supporter of the Osseo Lions, a good hard worker. And also, if you notice, the light blue t-shirts that all the workers are wearing, on the back it lists the various supporters. It was Princeton Liquors, Evans Nordby Funeral Home, Mark Sunman Paving, and they pay for part of the bands that play at our entertainment center. So it isn't just the t-shirts. This band covers part of North St. Paul, Maplewood, and Oakdale. The United Marching Band, Independent School District 622.
that they can make the trip here to Osseo to perform.
Look at the monkey. Look at the
Oh
monkey.
my gosh, so fun. These guys,
One of the Twin Cities Unicycle Club. Oh, they are so fun to watch.
aren't they just amazing? Yeah, I am a big fan of the unicycler because I'm afraid of heights, so I'm just kind of going, wow, how do you do what you do?
Heights do not bother me as long as I can keep one foot on the floor.
Like with a lot of things, I mean, they make it look so easy.
I know. Even the monkey knows how to ride. Look at that.
That's so cool.
Largest unicycle club in the United States. The oldest unicycle club in Minnesota. They hold 30 national titles. This year the club members are preparing for a national competition in Pennsylvania. They competed in the National Unicycle Competition in San Francisco. They've reclaimed the national title in San Francisco. They've also been to Italy and competed. Isn't that something? That's quite a deal.
That's quite a resume. Very, very cool. And as you can see, it's all ages.
Sure.
I mean, it's really, really amazing. The Twin Cities Unicycle Club. Check them out, tcuc.org.
Look at that.
And yeah, they hold.
And they all
30
have fun doing it.
They do, and I mean that's again they're kind of choreographing their moves, and that's just I would think takes a lot of athleticism and balance.
Yes,
and,
it does.
Oh my goodness, I don't think I've been on even just a bike for a long time. But yeah, it amazes me how they're so far up there and just kind of totally cool with it. I think I would panic. Yeah, again, tcuc.org. That's Twin City Unicycle.
Well, hi, Sue. Sue Ellen, my old girlfriend from high school.
Looks like we've got a mini reunion going on
That's
here,
right.
Steve.
That's right.
This is fantastic. I love it. I mean, it really literally is a reunion just throughout the whole. And we've got reunions and we got royalty. This is Rockin' Rogers days.
Rogers holds their annual celebration every June.
And you can find out more by going to rockinrogersdays.com. And they're kind of going with the whole Beatles theme, which is always a hit. And more royalty. Looks like this is the Fridley 49ers float. And that commemorates the city of Fridley that was incorporated in 1949. And this stagecoach float was completed in 2004 by, of course, many community volunteers.
Float is decorated in black and gold and burgundy. The Fridley 49er royalty has been in existence for 36 years. The float attends approximately 35 to 40 parades every year. Ambassador Natalie Bailey and Rachel Gabrielic.
Again, the talent that it takes to get these floats together and construct them is just great.
Oh, look at the puppy down there.
And the puppy is heading up the Osseo Maple Grove Hockey Association.
That's right.
Another club that is very active in our community. They have about 950 skaters in the association. supporting about 60 boys and girls teams from mini mites to the junior gold. So that's ages 4 through high school age. Again, the Osseo Maple Grove Hockey Association. And that's for kids, of course, that reside in the Osseo High School and Maple Grove High School boundaries. And again, Steve, we were talking about, you couldn't have planned for a better day weather-wise.
No, that's for sure.
Because that's the thing. I mean, it is a real, it doesn't happen very often, but sometimes some, events will have to be canceled for weather, and that's just a real, disappointment because there's so much work and organization, as you know, that goes into these things. That
Emmanuel United Methodist Church just went by.
Yes.
They're in Corcoran, Minnesota.
And we've got, again, more royalty.
The New Brighton Stockyard Days. August of each year, in 1991, the New Brighton Stockyard Days was combined with their famous antique car show. The New Brighton Stockyards was established in 1889.
Always, again, fun to see the creativity that goes into the floats, and that kind of all goes into, the songs that they have, and it's just a lot of fun. And we've got Coon Rapids royalty too. They've got their Snowflake Days. Now they celebrate that in early February. So, not every city has a summer celebration.
No, they do it in the first 2 weeks of February. Float takes you back to the youthful days of snowball fights, snow forts, and hockey games. Miss Coon Rapids is Emily Kalis, Senior King and Queen Roger, and Jeannie Wolfgram.
Of course, you can't help but love this song.
That's right.
We've even got dancing animals up there. I love it. Again, that is the Coon Rapids. Their Snowflake Days that are going to be coming up in early February. Hard to believe that that's around the corner, but it is.
Yeah.
That's why I'm just trying to savor days like this.
Coming up, we have the Mid-America Orioles. Speaking of that, I'm feeding Orioles up at the lake something fierce, and my hummingbirds are still there.
Oh, you're
I go through a jar of grape jelly, about every, I would say, 5 days. The Orioles are just going crazy.
Oh, isn't that funny? Now, is this more so than in years?
Yes, and I have no bees getting into the hummingbird feeders and the Oriole feeders either. I don't know what happened. It's just a strange year. Usually the bees take over that stuff and you take the feeders down, but
Yep. Interesting. Well, we bleed orange and black. That is what I'm seeing. This is the another great organization that is being represented, and of course it's fun, Make-A-Wish. This is the Albertville City Celebration, but again, all of these organizations from high school to daycare and senior citizens groups, they're all out. Albertville's Friendly City Days.
next year is June 10th to the 14th.
Citywide service, AAA towing. have, of course, their Mad Car, which is just a really stark visual reminder of course, the dangers of drinking and driving, and they've got more information on their website, too. You can find out more about those stories.
Next, we've got the Osmond Shriners. With their motorcycles, Osmond Tempo is St. Paul branch of the Shriners.
Now, you said you were a Shriner, too, right?
Yes, Minneapolis. Zura
Okay.
is the name of our Shrine Club, and Osmond is St. Paul.
And, of course, the Shriners hospitals, they do
All
so much.
All free. All free. If you know any crippled child, go up to any Shriner, and they'll get you hooked up and get you into the Shrine Hospital. They almost took that away from Minneapolis 2 years ago, but it's still here.
Great.
Their motto is, "We ride so children can walk." Each one of those riders owns their own Harley Davidson. And they're replaced just every few years. They all have to buy new ones again. Oh, there's more coming. I was going to say not too big a group of Shriners, but there's more in the background coming. I think I mentioned last year that about in 1978 or 9, I bought 23 little mini bikes in the cases, and then I sold them to various clients, and we set up a routine like the Shriners.
Oh.
We had a ball. My dad had one.
Oh, that's
And
so fun.
practiced over in the parking
Sure.
lot. And,
Made a little noise, I'm sure.
oh, yes. We had bright yellow coveralls, and helmets that matched. Oh my God.
I would love to see pictures of that.
Back then, my dad had an antique milk truck he drove in the parades. It was a 1932 Divco that he repainted, and Mother used to ride. Oh, she just loved that, waving at. She knew everybody in Osseo.
And you're carrying that legacy on very well. That's for sure. Again, you know, and I mean, you are such a great organizer too. You were talking about that too. That, you know, a lot of this stuff is a lot of work, but boy, you know, isn't it just so worth it now?
Oh, sure. Now I'm retired, I have a little time.
That's true. That's true.
When I told somebody I was retired, they said, "From what?"
Exactly. That's a good question.
Well, I was a realtor for 17 years.
Yeah.
I had a lot of overhead, a pen.
Yeah. And of course, we got the Corcoran Lions and a future Lions Club member there.
And they have a demo derby, and they have haunted acres. The Corcoran Lions really are a fun bunch. They're just great.
And again, you know, the fact that you guys, there is a lot of working together with the different cities. That's so
Sure.
great too, that you really get to know some of the other Lions from those cities, because they're all really kind of working for the same good things.
You know, we all had a lot of country between Osseo and Corcoran. Back in the late 60s, we thought nothing of riding snowmobile from Brooklyn Park all the way to Corcoran, all the way to Champlin, all in one day.
Wow. And we've got the Sonny's Auto Repair and Welding. They are out of Hamel. So always nice to see, again, those visiting cities that come by.
I just love seeing These outfits.
Isn't that? Yep. They're also advertising their haunted house coming up. Sonny's car, so that's something to get on the calendar.
Yes.
And of course, Whiz Bang Days. They just wrapped up their big festival. They celebrate July for 4 days.
Yes.
In mid-July.
Ice cream socials, coronation, fireworks, parade, and carnival.
And Bruce Newman is the father of current Lions Club president, so that's kind of a fun fact.
Yes.
And Gene Newman is a 1976 Osseo High School graduate and member of the Hamel Lions.
Okay. I did not know that.
So
You're just a wealth of knowledge. And you think we're doing this all by memory, too. We don't read
I
a
was going
thing.
to say, yeah, there is a little bit of help involved there. But, you know, I think, too, it's just so neat how it's such a generational thing. You know, your parents are in the Lions, and then you just growing up having that be a part of
Next year,
your
I
life.
next year I want a teleprompter. If our president can have a teleprompter, I want a teleprompter. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
You don't need one. You got it all. You already got it all. So now I'm assuming you're going to be taking part in today's Lions activities
A little bit.
before, you know, I suppose getting ready kind of for the reunion.
Yeah, that starts at 4. You know, when you get our age, you have to do stuff in the afternoon so you can get home while it's still daylight.
That's not a bad idea. And it's getting darker earlier, so. Again, be sure to check us out on 12.tv. And don't forget also, we're going to be rebroadcasting this parade on Sunday, September 7th at 7 o'clock a.m. and 10 o'clock p.m.
More of the whiz bang afloat. Paul Scogan is being represented. He's running for Hennepin County Judge.
Now, another note, we've also got a couple of parades still left. The Golden Valley Parade is going to be going on Saturday, September 13th. And, of course, Plymouth on Parade is Saturday, September 27th.
Park Drum and Bugle Corps is directed by Lion Johnny Gurley and Nate Vincent, along with volunteers. It was started in 2009 for children grades 6 through 12. In 2009, they won the first place award at the Lions International Convention.
And that's the Brooklyn Park Drum and Bugle Corps.
Boy, they're good. They are good.
amazing to think that that's kids in grades 6 through 12. Looks like we have got
He says thank you.
Batman and Catwoman. And of course, another awesome vintage car.
The Osseo Roadsters. Another group that's in our parade every year.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Osseo. And of course, we can hear the old fire truck. Yep, again, amazing to think that,
I'd like to buy that just for the siren.
I was going to say, the old equipment versus the new equipment.
I can remember at a Lions convention in I believe it was Canada or Duluth, when Hap Wiley or somebody in our club got a hold of Dick Christensen, a wind-up siren, and
Oh, wow.
they blew that all half the night. Nobody got any sleep.
Oh, funny. Oh, my God.
Fun, fun, fun.
All in good fun, I'm sure.
Yes.
But, yeah. Maybe a couple earaches going on there.
Oh boy, yes.
And we've got in the distance the Simley Marching Band from Inver Grove Heights. They are 75 members, and this is their 15th season as a marching band. And they also perform at the State Fair as well as Jesse James Days and numerous other national competitions.
They're a fine sounding group also. Just all professional. They don't miss a beat.
I know. They're performing Let It Go from Frozen.
Boy, that's a large group.
It is.
'75 strong.
marching band, and they come to us out of Inver Grove Heights. Of course, always great to have visitors and some of these other cities representing. And again, provide great music and entertainment. But again, the fun is just beginning. This parade might be winding down, but there's plenty of going on. You'd mentioned bingo, there's music, there's great food, there's just, you know, all of the carnival games and all that fun stuff too. So, Lions Roar certainly isn't over, and then this parade will be.
That's for sure.
It's
That is
just beginning, and we can't wait. Next year, we're going to have to get a report of how the reunion went.
Oh, it'll go fine. It'll go fine.
And all the stories. Well, we are going to wrap up this Osseo Lions Roar Parade. The fun is just beginning. Steve, of course, as always, so great to have you be a part of this and to really spread your knowledge of not only Lions, but of course the whole community. We hope you have a great rest of the day. Goodbye from Osseo Lions Roar 2014.
Thank you.